Hey there, Synths. Today we're going to be talking about I'm done buying synthesizers again. Not. Hi, I'm Pierre Joan, and this is my channel where I talk about synthesizers. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button, tap that bell to keep up with all of my synth adventures. And by the way, you can dig deeper at patreon.com/PureAmbientDrone, as well as join me on Facebook in my Facebook group called Synth Drones. All of the links will be in the description of this video and in a comment below for your enjoyment. So, you know what? A while back, I did a video where I said I'm done buying synthesizers, and what did I do? I bought another synthesizer right after I made that video, and you know, I swore off synthesizers. It's like a drug, okay? Let's just be honest, guys. Let's just talk about gas here for a moment. But I gotta tell you something. I was done buying synthesizers. Nothing was really calling to me. For a while there, I had some vintage synthesizers that were whispering in my ear, over here, over here. And you know what? I was really tempted into getting some more vintage synthesizers. I went through the whole scenario of getting some digital vintage and then some analog vintage. And then I kind of just tapered off with just kind of getting and sticking with the Juno 106, and then I got the Korg MS-20 Mini. I got the clone for that. The Korg made of their own product. Then, you know I talk about Behringer. There's like 3 different ways to say the name now. You got to see one of the comments on my video that I did yesterday where Behringer answered me back, and they said that, you know, the head honcho, he's Swedish, and he calls himself Behringer, okay, or Behringer. Yeah, now I'm totally confused. So I think I'm going to just pick something. They said, say it like you want. So I'm probably going to be like saying it 3 different ways now because my brain is scrambled. I hope y'all understand. You got to go back and look at the comment that they left, okay? It's really cool that they even answered me. That's twice they answered me. I think they're falling in love with my channel here, and that's cool because I love Behringer products, okay? With that being said, they had to come out with all of these clones that they're doing now. And not just clones, but they're coming out with new stuff too, right? Like the Neutron. They're coming out with this Crave, and it's got me craving it. I can't wait to get this stuff in the studio because I'm going to be doing some really cool stuff with it. I'm going to be making some tracks with it, and I'm going to be showing you some of the stuff that these synthesizers can do. And I'm just looking forward to just buying this stuff when it's available. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is my plans for 2019, and I was planning this all the way into 2018, or since 2018. I am saving up at least $2,000 just in case they have another trick up their sleeve. And I'm going to be buying their synthesizers and their drum machines. I'm going to be buying everything up, okay? And now, you know, we did a whole series on can they be sued? Are they just copycats? I don't care. I'm going to be buying the Behringer, man, I don't even know what to call them anymore. Behringer, I don't know. I know I'm stuck on that word. I'm going to be buying their products. I'm so excited. And you know what? They're not paying me for this, okay? I responded back to their comment on my video. I said, get me this stuff early. I'll pay for it, all right? I'll give you my money. Here, you know, hold on a second, guys. I want to prove a point to these guys. See, this is my wallet, okay? Take it, guys. Take it. I want the synthesizers, okay? I'm really excited about it because I think that they're going to bring something alive. I think they're going to do something that the other synth companies have been ignoring for quite a while. And I don't want to shame the other synth companies because I have products from almost every major synth company out there. And if I don't currently own one, I have in the past or I've used it in some way or another. So they're all doing great work out there. But the reason why I'm so excited is because, guys, think about this, guys and gals, $299 for a UBXA. Wow, that's inexpensive. And then their Crave is $199. A lot of people are saying, well, I already got stuff in my studio that can do that sound. That's fine. You know, I do too, but I want to experience, you know, I just got to say this. I'm so excited about this that I'm going to be setting up a whole section in my studio. I've got a corner over here that's off camera that most people don't ever see. And I'm going to be setting up a whole section over there that's just going to be Behringer Behringer, man, I'm stuck on that word, guys. You got to forgive me because my brain is scrambled on it. Let's just settle on Behringer, so somebody can leave a comment and say it's Behringer. Just so that Behringer can have their own section in my studio where I can get to it and produce music on it real time. I'm getting back into that flow where I want to go into real time production again. Now I can do all of that with my studio right here too. But I'm really excited about these new sounds and these new palettes of the classic kind of marrying the modern sound kind of a thing. I'm really excited about that because I think it's going to bring something exciting to me. I think it's going to re-energize me. I think it's going to bring something new to my music. So for 2019, yes, I am going back to buying synthesizers. But you know what? For $2K or less, you could buy yourself a whole new studio. And I'm going to tell you something else I'm thinking about. Once I test drive these things and I get used to these things and I decide whether or not I'm going to want to keep them, which I already know the answer to that, I'm going to keep them, I might finally start selling some gear. Now, you know, I always tell people don't sell gear, keep everything, and that's true. I've got a lot of stuff here that I've kept for a very long time. Some of it's not being used, and I made exceptions to the rules, so don't crucify me for being a hypocrite here. Remember what I said. Don't sell anything, hang on to everything, but there is always a time, there's always a point where you absolutely know that you don't need something anymore or you have something that can replace it. So I'm going to be running Behringer synthesizers in here. I'm going to be running them full force. I'm going to be checking these things out. I don't know when they're coming on the market. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get one early. I'm begging them if you're listening. Come on, I'll pay you for them, but just get them to me. But I'm excited about this because I had sworn off. And I'm going to tell you, synthesizers and purchasing them, it can become an addiction, right? And a very expensive addiction. But I want to tell you a little secret here that a lot of people don't know. I live in a rough city, and a lot of people don't believe me when I tell them some of the stories that I tell them. But, you know, in my parking lot, especially in the summer, when it's cold, it's not so bad for whatever reasons. But there's a lot of drug deals that go on outside in these parking lots out here and around the neighborhood, and you can see them. And there's a lot of people out there that are wasting their lives away on drugs, and it's such an expensive habit that when I look out the window and I see these people wasting away and their lives are wasting away, their bodies are wasting away, their wallets are wasting away, their friends and their families are gone from them, and I see how much they have sacrificed for it. And then I look at my synth collection, okay, and I look at what I have done and the money that comes in. You know what? It's not such a bad addiction after all. Does somebody out there hear me? I mean, if you got to have an addiction and it's an expensive one, synthesizers, for me, isn't a bad one at all because at least I'm actually being productive. I'm happier when I have synthesizers. Yeah? Yeah, I am. I'm more excited when I have synthesizers. I have a reason to get up in the morning when a new synthesizer is coming in the mail. To me, when I know that something's on order, and I always try to express them in like 1 or 2 day shipping, I'm excited that there's something coming in the mail. And sometimes, just to tease myself, I'll leave it in the corner in the box, and I'll sit there and drool over it and say, one day I'll open that up. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'd like to get right to them right away when I can. There have been times when I haven't been able to when I was redesigning, and that drives you crazy. But it's really cool, and I think all kidding aside, you guys know what I'm talking about here, right? You swear off synthesizers. You don't want to do synthesizers. You say, man, it's costing too much money. And then one day, someone like Behringer comes out and they say, hey, we've got a new puppy for you. And you're like, okay. I mean, you thought the addiction was over. You thought the gas would end one day. But as soon as the new stuff comes out, or even the old stuff reissued comes out, boom, you're back to buying it again. And, you know, there's a point in time when you got to say, you know what, I'm addicted. I'm addicted, guys. I'm going to admit it. I'm coming clean here on my channel. I'm addicted to buying synthesizers. And you know what? I thank God every day that I have enough money to buy them, because if I didn't, I don't know what I would do with my addiction, because I am addicted to them. I've been addicted to them from the day that I told the story. You remember I told the story about my friend coming over, letting me play with his Yamaha. And I tell you what, from the moment that I put my fingers on that keyboard and I twisted them dials and I heard the synthesis sound, I was like, man, I love synthesizers. I'm addicted to them. I can't swear off of them, guys. My throat's drying up. I'm so excited because I just feel re-energized for 2019. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. There was a point in 2018 where I wasn't seeing enough being done in the synthesis world to excite me. And I was thinking, you know what? There is some cool stuff coming out, okay? Okay, Waldorf came out with their Quantum, and that's really cool, and I don't own one of those. But I don't really want to spend another $4,000. I did buy the Prophet X. I think it's worth every penny of it, okay? I had to pick between the two, and the Prophet X was something totally different that I've never experienced before, and I don't have anything else like it in my studio. And after I got that, I was feeling like a big letdown. I was thinking, is this it? Is the party over? Is just this the only thing that's going to be happening? And for a little while, I was looking around at some classic synthesizers, like I said earlier on in this video. And I know that older synthesizers, they tend to have upkeep expenses in most situations. And I didn't really want to take the chance of getting an old 20, 30-year-old synthesizer or drum machine or whatever the case may be and having problems with it and investing a lot of money up front because, let's face it, guys, they're going up, 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 up in price. And Behringer coming out with their clones has affected the price of some gear, and I guarantee you it's going to affect the gear once it's released. It's going to really affect those classics. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that during 2018 there was a period of time where I was just really feeling kind of, I don't want to use the word depressed, but I was feeling kind of hopeless for the future of synthesizers. I was seeing what was coming out. And I was thinking, this doesn't excite me. And I know I talk a lot about Behringer on my channel. I do. And it's because I'm excited about them, all right? They don't pay me. They don't give me anything. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm saying this because I really am excited because for the first time that I can remember ever or know about, for under $2,000, I'm going to be able to buy a boatload of synthesizers. Now, just hear about that. I'm shooting high with 2,000, by the way. I'm thinking about the UBXA. I'm thinking about the MS 101. I'm getting the drum machines, the 909, the 808s, right? And each one of those are $299. And then I want the Crave, okay? I've got things that are similar to it, but I like this Crave. It's got some kind of a personality to it that kind of like really sparks my interest. And I haven't really quite heard it. Just listen to the demos. You'll hear something, if you listen really close, you will hear something in the Crave that I think is unique. So I'm excited about that. And I'm thinking, you know what? For $2,000 or less, a person can build themselves a nice little studio and get some really fantastic tunes coming out of it. And you'll have a complete setup that's ready to go, and it's all brand new. We're talking about brand new for this stuff, right? And you can also get the Pro 1, right? They're coming out with a Pro 1 clone. I don't want to forget that. And I'm probably forgetting something because I'm just kind of like doing this off the cuff like I usually do. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close here. I want your guys' opinion. You know, are you done buying synthesizers? Has Behringer or another synth company reignited your flame for buying synthesizers? Are you ready to grab your wallet to some synth company and say, hey, take it, it's yours? I'm ready for Behringer to take my money. I'm excited about it, and I don't even want to say it's even taking my money. It's sort of like I'm giving it to them, right? And willfully so. But with all that being said, I want to know what you guys have to say about it. I want you guys to join me over at Facebook. We're still growing that over there. We need your support. I love the fact that you guys are here supporting my channel. You guys are some of the smartest people on the internet with the comments. You're polite. You're courteous. You're intelligent. You guys are adding a great deal to the discussion on these videos. You get the channel that we're discussing this, right? This is a vlog. We're talking about this stuff. When I get my hands on this gear, I promise you I'm going to be making you some videos. When I get my hands on the gear, I will be making you videos. In fact, I'm going to be doing series on these synthesizers when I get them in my hands. I just don't know when that's going to happen. I know that March is going to be the first rollout of some of these synthesizers. And as soon as I can get my guy that sells these things to me, to get them to me, I'm going to be seeing you guys here on this channel. So be watching out for that. I love all of you guys. Thank you for joining me. And until next time, keep calm and synth on.